Kory Woods, and today what I'm going to show you is a little bit on the CDL monitoring system, some of the new trends and new features that we have. I'm going to show you vacuum modulation as well as our automation features of our wise mesh system. So this is the modulation valve. And what we do with this is so high vacuum it can make your woods freeze pretty easily at above freezing temperatures. So say your woods freezes at 38 degrees, and sometimes this happens when you're looking at your vacuum sensors. With this valve, you can actually, so if it hits 38 degrees, you can have your vacuum slow down. Say slow down to 25. Then if it gets down to 34, you can go to 22, down to 32 degrees, you could go down to 20 inches. What it does, it just creates a leak at the pump. That way your vacuum's lower in the woods. That can be hooked to single phase or three-phase motor. That way your lines don't freeze. So say your line freezes at 38 degrees. So then you're not going to get sat from 38 degrees all the way down to 32, and then you're going to have to wait till it gets to probably 45, 50 degrees sometimes for that line to unthaw for you to start getting sat. If you can use one of these modulations to modulate your vacuum before that line freezes, then you're going to get sap all the way down to 32 degrees all the time. And by using one of these, you can get around probably another half a pound of sap per tap. What I'll do first is I'll go over what I'm going to do. So right here we got a 5/16 into this tank. It's going to suck water through the main line using that vacuum pump. It's going to go into the releaser here. When it trips, what we're going to do with the automation is we're going to set it so that tank sensor, when it reads a certain percentage, whatever I set, these valves are going to automatically open up. And those require one of these I/O controllers. So this is actually controlling that valve and this modulating valve. And then this I/O controller is controlling this automated valve and starting to stop the vacuum pump. So I'll go ahead and set some automations. So the tank 2 is at 44.5% right now. What I'm going to set the automation for is at 45. So when that tank sensor reads 45%, it's going to open the valves up. So there's certain different automations you can set. This is a trigger, and then there's an action. So you can base it off of vacuum sensors, the vacuum, so or temperature, or on a height sensor. What I'm going to do today is off a height sensor when it reaches. So I'll select this. We'll do the tank 2 on the right. When it hits 45%, it's going to open valve, the tank 2 valve. I'm also going to set the other automation for the other tank. So if the height reaches, on tank 2, reaches 45%, it's going to open the valve of the other tank as well. Tank 1 valve. So now both of those automations are set. I'm going to start the vacuum up. The releaser is pumping right now. Once that tank sensor reads 45%, you'll see these valves automatically open up. Looks like the tank sensor just got a reading. So that one's opening and this other one that valve's opening as well. That just shows you how we can use our automation with our sensors to communicate to each other. Have certain stuff automatically be done. So I'm going to shut this pump off. So you can do this if you have all this I/O controllers and everything hooked up. You can actually do this just from a cell phone or anywhere remotely without having to be at your woods. So now I'm going to show you the modulating valve. So we're going to modulate vacuum. It was actually on. So what it's going to be set for is, if right now, because it's warm in here, it's 74 degrees. But 80 degrees and under, it's going to be at 25. It's going to try to set for 25 inches. And you'll see the percentage of the valve opening. I'll go ahead and start that pump back up. So I'll just show you the other. You can set more than one threshold. So edit. Right now it's target vacuum 25 at 80 degrees. So what you could actually do, we'll do it, pretend we're in the sugar woods right now. I would set it at, let's say 38 degrees. It's going to drop down to 25. It starts getting colder. Let's say 35 degrees. We're going to drop down to 22 inches. You can keep setting these to have that valve open up, create a leak, and dropping your vacuum. So at 32 degrees, the vacuum is going to drop to 20. That way we don't freeze our lines. I'm going to delete these, go back to 80 since it's warmer in here, just to show you how the valve's working. 4%. So it's going to continue to open until it gets the vacuum down to 25. And this reading right here is based off of the vacuum sensor on the releaser. So that it takes about 30 seconds, and then it'll open more. Right now it's at 4%. You should see it go up to 8% and keep going until that gets down to 25 inches. Now it's up to 6%. It's slowly going to open until it finds that happy medium. Here's another option too that we have for automation. This is just a transfer pump. So say you got a pump house out in the woods, and you're transferring it up. Right now this one's set for, if it reaches 90%, which is this green line, it's going to turn that pump on. Then it's going to shut off when it reaches 10%, which is the red line. This is kind of taking the place of floats or probes for a transfer pump. You can actually, as well, at night, if you want to drain that tank, you just click the button and it's going to ask you to empty the tank. Empty the tank, it'll empty the tank all the way down, and then it'll automatically stop. That way you don't have to go down to the pump station to send it up. You can remotely do it from your house or wherever you're at. That's going to do it for today on the videos.